I started this conversation. It was an outbound, bro. So I was like, solid content, bro. You see this message, right? How long have you been in the fitness space? He was like, what's up, bro? Absolutely love the content. It was like a few minutes ago. After I sent a message. And then he said, I've been on social media for 1 year, now posting consistently, coaching for around 6 months, but actually taking it seriously and going all in within just like the last month. So I was like, of course, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that you love my content. I see that you gain a ton of followers. Well, he has a lot of followers, I'm not sure where he's at. But it doesn't even matter. He gained a lot of followers, especially because I was like watching his page before and I didn't see as much. But he's not making money. He was not making money with like the amount of followers that he had, and it's something like we actually made him bought when we actually found a solution and we actually found a way how we can help him with this. When we actually figure out the way how we can go about this and actually help him with this. So I asked him like, how has it been going with online fitness coaching so far? He sent 3 voice notes, and I'm not even saying that this lead was like super hard, but I also have to say that like my setting in this conversation was really, really good. I know what I was doing. I was super natural. This guy worked a sales job. I'm not sure if he's still working that. Depends on like what type of results is he getting now. But he worked a sales job. That's what I noticed, and that's what he also like said. And he had a lot of money saved up, so this wasn't like the hardest lead of all time, but I definitely had to have some skills in order to even like get the 7.5k PIF. No objections, by the way. It was just like pure, let's do it. So let me go through the voice note, through the first one. So he was like, yeah, bro, it was tough in the beginning. I was posting 7 months, actually with basically 0 traction, pretty much 200, 300 views every single video. So he was just like stuck in that cycle. And it was tough, but then I had 2 videos that went viral. One is like at 30 million, then one is like at 5 million. And then I get the majority of my followers from those videos. I'm not sure what this means, but bro, it's just like an AI transcription of the voice note. So yeah, he's just saying that he took up from 1,000 followers to like 18k. So he was at 18k at the time where I was texting with him. So as far as coaching goes, it's definitely been a learning curve. I've hired a coach in a month ago, and actually I have good information that it was given to me. I've been trying to implement it as much as possible. Literally, the biggest bottleneck is that I've had in the last month is really mental. Actually, quit my job. Oh shit! So he quit his job to go all in coaching because it's something I just wanted to do for a while now, and I just wanted to take that step and go fully all in and really bet on myself, regardless of what anybody may think. That's what I felt like I need to do. But in doing that, I was really tough in the first month to get over the mental aspect of things and feeling like, none of the posts were working, stuff like that, right? Notice this, I'm in a very good spot as far as the mental side of things go. So he basically said that he's in a very good spot when it comes to the mental things, which is great, but it's like, you'll notice how much actually made him realize about his pain. And that's what I'm always doing. It's like, I don't have a basic sales process. What I always do is like, I'm mainly focusing on the pain and on the goals, obviously, but I'm like more focusing on the pain than just like the goals, because pain is more important for me. It's like somebody needs to understand like the pain that they're going through in order to actually just like make a decision. I'm like really good at like unfolding pain on someone. It's like I always make them realize how much pain they're actually like going through and how much things are they struggling with and all of this and all of that. And then they're just like don't have a problem of paying this amount of money to get a solution for all of their fucking pain points, right? And truthfully, I follow you on Denzel, and through the videos that you guys post as far as stories and reels go, I just love watching the content because it's constantly showing me that I'm not doing enough right now as a coach. And if I want to be the 10k a month coach plus, what does the 10k a month coach do? What does he look like? What does he do on a daily basis? What are the actual steps that he's taken? And that's really been in my mind. So I started cracking down on that, and things have been going better. So he mentioned that he was watching the content with really good inbounds. Well, this isn't an inbound. This was an outbound, but it's like not saying that I was lucky that I reached out to a specific outbound, but it's like where I deserve this. Like I reached out to him, so he wouldn't buy anyways if I wouldn't reach out to him. So this is definitely my deserved money, bro. Yes, sir, Brian, I love to hear that. I also have a lot of valuable content on my YouTube. Make sure to give it a watch too. Guess why I said it? I'm just making sure he's like nurtured enough, but it looks like he is, right? Because he already mentioned that he's been watching a lot of the content. I wasn't sure if he watched some content on Instagram, if he watched that on TikTok or YouTube. I was just making sure. So where are you at for the month right now? When I hit that 10k? Yeah, I was watching one of our videos the other way. It's perfect. So he was watching a YouTube video. These are super important. I have 2 clients right now that have been with me since I started. They pay me a recurring monthly, but since I was only getting started, I only charge them $100 per month. That's terrible. So that means he's making $200 per month. I mean, you cannot like really just quit your job when you're making $200 per month. But that's the first pain, right? Saying that sucks, but I know I'll have to overcome this period. That's all good, brother. Everyone starts somewhere. So you're currently not getting any new leads while you're working with these 2 clients. We started coaching like 6 months ago and signed 2 clients at that time, but no other clients since then. This was kind of just like a double question for me, but I just wanted to make it like more specific. And I know this is like this. I shouldn't do this too often, but I know that. Like I literally know that, and I'm not doing this too often. I usually don't ask these like double questions, but when I feel like it's the right time, I do ask this. So I signed 2 guys. One of them I know, and signed 5 more, all in a span of 1 week because I was outbounding a lot of that week. So he was also outbounding the same as me. He knows how this works. Like, you literally just can see me like being super natural and like, he cannot even say anything bad about like you being salesy, even though he worked a sales job. But unfortunately, these 5 dudes were extremely inconsistent with check-ins, didn't really follow what I told them to do, etc., etc. Which obviously cannot be blamed just on them. Something in my process of onboarding client interaction went wrong. So I lost 5 clients in the last month and a half. They were also on recurrent payments, some $200, some $300, etc. So that means he was like making like around that, a little bit over 1K a month, like at his best, I would say. Yeah, like 1.5K per month max. I'm getting leads and doing outbound DMs right now, trying to start conversation to help out, plus book a call if they do want help with their issue, but I haven't been able to book one yet. I got 2 guys who is on my calendar to haven't booked them yet. It's very bad. He works a sales job and he cannot even book someone. You can just see like, when I'm actually like running convo, like I'm just actually like noticing their pains. It's like, I have so many questions that I can ask a person like him, for example, just to unfold his pain even more. Instead of me asking this, what I ask is like, I kind of just like went deeper into this. I could just like ask, it's like, yo bro, it's like you work a sales job and you cannot even book a call. And this is not even like a question where you would get a good answer. You would just like be, yeah, I cannot book a call. But like my point is like I love unfolding pain on someone. Like it's like you can call it being a menace, but it helps you to actually like make someone make a decision. I've only started uploading within the last 3 days, seeing progress. I really didn't think it was important before, but I was wrong. Yeah, that's good. But start posting more videos where you talk about yourself. You're giving a lot of tips and tricks type of content, but it's not gonna make someone buy into you. Well, this just comes straight from my knowledge, straight from me acting like the offer owner who actually knows how this content shit works. So I just give him some free advice in the DMs because I guess everyone who's watching this video knows that if you give someone enough advice in the DMs, or just like enough knowledge, enough information, enough help, they're gonna be so much closer to buying from you. And also was like, I like the content quality plus effort you're putting into your content, but it's not gonna pay. Because there is just like nothing that's gonna make someone buy. And what it actually is that's gonna make someone buy something from you is like you have to post content that's actually around you, around your story, journey, transformation, around your highs and lows. Things like this, just so people can resonate with you, trust you, know that you're a real person, and just resonate with you. You'll be able to charge high ticket as well, which will pretty much guarantee you better client results. They will literally have a fire under their ass because of the amount of money they invest into getting the result. This is true. That's why I don't recommend charging like monthly fees. You're always gonna get better clients when you're gonna just charge like a bigger amount than just like a monthly fee that's just like low entry, because at the end of the day, it's gonna give your client a fire under their ass. They're not gonna feel good. They are not gonna feel comfortable. Any of that, they're not gonna feel good at it. Like, let's be real. Like then after they're gonna realize that they actually like got the motivation, got everything they needed in terms of like the mindset after buying something for this amount of money. They're actually gonna thank you like once they realize like yeah, thank you for like the motivation, thank you for that burning motivation after actually paying you. So they're gonna thank you once they actually like after a while when they actually like paid you that amount of money, because they will understand that was one of the main reasons that actually made them do the work, because they paid this amount of money to get this exact result, and no, they just cannot quit, no, they just cannot fucking give up. And you can notice that when someone pays you just like a little bit, they fucking quit most of the times, because like if someone pays $50 to fucking get abs, for you to be a coach who's gonna help him get abs, he's not gonna fucking focus. It's like you can go straight back to watching YouTube videos for free. What are enough things holding you back from hitting that 10K month? Dude, I'm not sure who's walking over there. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do more of. My issue is recalling everything of how I used to feel before I got a physique. The more and more I think about it, it comes back slowly, but remembering everything is difficult, if that makes sense. This is a really good message. Post content that gets people to like. No one trusts me. Also that I have the best solution to fix their problem. That's correct. That's actually what I was like mentioning. That's why people buy from you after watching your content. They just need to resonate with you, trust you. Like people buy from someone who they trust the most and just like resonate the most. There's plenty of coaches and mentors who can help with the same solution as someone who they actually choose. But they don't choose the other guys because they don't agree with them as much. Getting better at outbounding and leading them into calls. Getting better at giving people real value. Struggling with this a lot because I'm having a hard time not knowing what's valuable and what isn't. I think that sums it up, to be honest. So you can see that it's like when I saw this message, I saw like, bro, this guy's about to pay. It's like no one fucking sent these type of messages. He's actually like mentioning his pain. Like he already wants help with this. It's like you can notice it, and you actually have to notice these fucking patterns when you're going through a conversation. You have to be very aware because what does it say about him? This immediately says that this guy fucking needs help with this because he's look at how good this even looks. Is like you can see that he put effort into just even like typing this message, bro. Just so it looks clear, bro. Anyways, I give people a ton of volume, and I share the majority of what I teach in my program for free. At the end of the day, it's not about information because you can find information anywhere for free. It's about putting all the pieces together, and it's something that can take people years if they try to do that on their own. So, he already has a mentor, but the main thing I was trying to handle is like a mentor objection. He already has a mentor, does the exact thing. Because his objection could be, oh, I already have a mentor. I have to wait till I end this program and then get to yours. Or, then probably not go anywhere, right? But anyways, let me finish the message. Outbound is really easy when your content is good enough, trust me. Exactly, that's why my outbound fucking works. Because our content, it fucking works. The same as outbound, because everything starts with content, right? My offer owner has really good content. He's like the best in the space. And that's why my outbound is super, super good. I have a good team setting process. There's just nothing that can stop me. Brother, it's impressive that you're still going after it even though you're not getting a lot of results. What's still driving you to keep pushing forward even though you've made $200 per month with 18k followers after coaching for 6 months? Well, I think the main important thing from this message is just like this. So I was like, I basically told him that it's impressive that he's like still going after it. Just to like raise his confidence, raise his like ego, play with it a little bit. And then I asked, just so he doesn't ghost it or anything like this, because there are people that just like take this to their heart and they actually can get mad after this. You just have to be very aware. But I basically asked him, it was like, what's still pushing you to do this? I want to know his why. I just wanted to know his why. Answer. That makes sense. I agree with your sentiment. That's why I hired a coach to get into the best shape of my life. In doing so, that changed my life discipline, actions, beliefs, everything. Then hired another coach a month ago to dial in the content. And I'm definitely not done investing into this. I literally just like this message because of this. It's like I agree with this, right? I appreciate that, bro. Honestly, from 19 years old to 24, I quit everything that I ever tried. I've been trying to make money outside of my job for a while. 2 to 3 months of work, quit, repeat with another idea. What's keeping me going is that I want to actually help people achieve the same transformation I had. Because I will never quit again. That's no longer the person I am. You can see how many things and how many actual like information that I can use against him in a good way just to help him make a decision and actually just like connect him with the version that he should be. You can see how much information he gave me to actually work with this. How much information I get just from asking this question. And there's plenty of people that would just think that this is dumb. They just ask like about its why out of nowhere. Like you can see how it completely flipped the conversation because now I have so much stuff to play with. I can call him out. It's like, hey bro, like you're not connecting with the version of yourself that you should be. You're not connecting with the version of yourself that makes 10k a month. I'm so far in this conversation even though I ask like 3 questions. I'm the guy who sees things through no matter how long it takes. Because I know if I'm patient enough, it will come as long as the work is also in alignment. So you know what we are talking about. It's like I love it when someone is like even aware of this, that they have to be like in alignment with the version of themselves that they are trying to become, because you can easily call them out. It's like, hey, you're not acting like the version of yourself that makes 10k a month. Bang. He realizes, it's like, oh shit. If he doesn't, I continue going deeper into this. So you have a really major mindset, my guy, and trust me, it's not gonna work because you're not far away. It's gonna work because you're not far away. And you're completely right. The best coaches in the space work with multiple mentors, getting guidance and ultimate speedrun for success. I cannot even explain exactly what it is. I just have like, how do I say this? I just have like the right intuition when it comes to like getting into people's head. I actually know how to get into someone's head. Actually just like make them believe a certain thing. I can like explain this as a part of my sales process. This isn't what I usually use. This is what I usually use based on what I was basically speaking about with him. He's like a bit of a fan of my offer owner, so I just like believe in us having the authority. That's what I also had in the DMs. They definitely didn't fail with like having the authority, right? Getting guidance is an ultimate speedrun for success. So I just wanted to like send this to see if like he's gonna say yeah, I agree with this, or he's gonna say no. But ultimately I knew what he's gonna like say. I could agree that you have good content in terms of the quality, but that's not what really matters. I said this again, so I also wanted to make him aware of this, because that's super important. If the content is good quality, that's great, bro. But if that doesn't make you money, that's bad. I don't know what your mentor is specifically helping you with, but this isn't the type of content that pays and gets you clients on autopilot. And then I just like sent my opinion about his mentor, about like why this isn't as beneficial for you. And in a way, he knew it. I always know what I'm talking about. I respect that you would never quit anymore, but what would happen if you wouldn't get any results for like the next year? Just keep in mind, he had a lot of money saved up. That's why he like piffed. He piffed. He said that he would piff. He would still like get into the program if it would be anything under 20k. Just saying. So it's like that's how good of a job I did, and also like the content. Not saying that it's just me, right? And this has something to do with pain. This has something to do with like how he's gonna feel about this. How he's gonna feel if he's not gonna make this decision. And what if he's gonna what if he's gonna stay stuck for like the next year? He's probably gonna run out of money. He's probably gonna have to go back to his job because he's making like how much? $200 per month. And I already know what he's probably like going. I'm not sure if you hear some kids crying, but I just don't want my video to be fucking like finished, bro. So hopefully there's nothing that's gonna like. Oh shit, my. Okay, boys, my dad just ran into the room, bro. I'm on a holiday today, so not just today, this week, unfortunately. But let's go back to the sauce. So to be honest, the mentor I hired a month ago, I'll send over his page as well, but it's more of like a content coach, and I really liked his page. I thought that he did a really good job of just giving really good volume, but also when he reached out to my team as outbound, I felt like he really did a great job of getting me to actually get on the call. The same as me, bro. And then when I got on the call, everything that he was saying was looking good. I just thought that it was a good idea. And obviously, like in terms of the mentorship, I definitely believe that the mentor is extremely important, but I also really believe in myself being a huge part of why any mentorship would work or not work. I mean, that's obvious. So when he told me the price, I'm like, I'm fucking doing this. Yeah, that's basically what he did with us. So, like whatever it is what it is. I'm going to go and get after it. But at the same time, the actual mentorship that I was thrown into is really just kind of like a course on content where it goes over ideation, it goes over hooks, it goes over scripting, goes over how to outbound to people. It's very good, valuable stuff within the course. And then I have 24/7 access to him. He helps you with a lot of stuff. He's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad mentor, but I'm a little bit skeptical. Just like maybe it's not applicable to fitness. I'm not sure. I could be wrong at the end of the day. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. And he was right. It wasn't really applicable to fitness because our mentor was not really like in a specific niche. His niche is just like helping people with content, no matter where they are with the business. But he didn't set his page. I just this is what I understood. And bro, if I did not get a result for next year, I wouldn't stop. I would get a job again. That's what I mean. That's what I said by I knew what he's gonna answer. I said I would just get a job because it's obvious. I just want him to say this. That's the most important part of sales. Even though I have the authority in the DMs right now. If I would say bro, it's if you wouldn't get a result for the next year, you would have to get a job. It's not gonna make him feel as much pain when he's gonna say it on his own. Especially that's why I even ask that. I worked in sales before. I would just get another sales job and continue doing that. But still working on the business on the side. It's he just wouldn't be able to focus as much. I'm not going to stop. He said that he's working in sales. How does it usually look like? When you're on a call or just texting and trying to book a person who was in sales or is in sales, they're usually just super aware. They literally call you out. It's they know what you're doing. Does it seem like this guy actually was against me setting him? Anything about it? It wasn't even because the thing is I wasn't sending him. It didn't even look like this. It looked like my offer owner. It looked like there's no sales pressure, especially because at the end of the day, he knows why he's in there. And I didn't even get any feedback about sales. He never mentioned that this is something salesy or any bullshit like this. Yeah, I meant to build on the first message that I just sent you, but it being so heavily focused on hooks and ideation and scripting because that is how he has done things. And of course, people make content in different ways, and I understand that. So what works for him may work for him. But maybe it doesn't work for me. Maybe it doesn't work for you. And I understand that. So I feel like the difficulty that I've been having with the type of system is that sometimes it just feels like when you script things out and when you get really, detailed in terms of like what you're trying to accomplish with like the best hooks or like working with something that already worked. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I feel like you lose a lot of the message. I feel like you lose a lot of the human element to it, and that is what I really like about your content, because we are super natural. It's like the content is natural, DMs are natural, the quality is natural, everything is natural. That's why he doesn't say shit about sales, even though he works in sales. That is really what I like about this content base, because it feels like an actually human is talking to you from across the screen. This is like one of the coaches in my offer-on-this program. Like honestly, like views are cool. Yeah, sure. If you can have a video like that go viral, that would be amazing. But longer videos, 2 to 3 minutes, talking about your story, talking about things like that. This is not going to perform as well. But I feel like this is the type of content that I enjoy myself more, and I feel like if I enjoy that content more, my ICP would probably also enjoy that content more as well. Yeah, that's kind of where my head's at. He answered this question exactly how I wanted. He would have to get a job. He wouldn't be able to focus on business as much. So there's some form of like urgency that he has with this. Also like some form of pain. Then he just talked about a mentor, what he's basically doing with him. He feels like the content that he's teaching isn't as much applicable to fitness. And that's why we are just better, because also we give one-on-one guidance. My offer owner is doing one-on-one calls. His mentor isn't. That's one of the reasons why people usually come to us instead of just someone else. And also it's like the content is nature. That's what people are just interested in. They want to post this type of content. People want to post the type of content that they also got attracted by. And then he just like follow up on the message about his mentor. Yeah, but I'm not saying our mentor is doing a bad thing either. I just feel like this wasn't the best decision, because he's not specifically helping online fitness coaches, and that's where it can fuck up. Exactly, brother. Focusing on hooks and all of these content tricks is not going to help your business at any point. You're targeting real people who need to know who you are for your content. Some editing tricks are never going to make them buy. You heard what I'm saying. This is just facts. Like, if you don't agree with this, I'm not sure what you're doing. Like, no one's going to buy from super edited videos. It's just like, that's not how it works. But anyways, it all comes down to what you're talking about. Give your real story, transformation journey, clients, and etc. Literally don't overcomplicate it. Start posting about these things, and I guarantee you'll make more money with less effort while feeling better, instead of posting a ton of over-edited content that's just trying to do too much. Yeah, I'm just like digging deeper into like why this is a trash decision, why I shouldn't like post a very edited content, and why I just shouldn't focus on bullshit like this. Because everyone appreciates you being natural, and you also don't have to spend money on editors if you don't edit your content as much. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I think the content that makes the most money is just like content that you record like this. That you just like literally like record on camera like this, you post stories, reels, and you speak. It's not about like you recording content like me, for example, and you edit it a lot. I'm not gonna do that, by the way. Or just like record yourself and just like send it to a bunch of editors who make that work, right? There's no way that you will be applying for a job. You should be making 10K money yesterday with the amount of followers that you have. You'll make this work, bro. This is kind of just like getting into his head again. Like, most people are not gonna get this, because that's just like me being good at like getting into people's head, and it's like human emotions. Me mastering human emotions. This is where this is coming from. So I was like, I just like took the authority. There's no way you'll be applying for a job. I'm the man that helps you with this. That's what it's basically saying. You should be making 10K money yesterday. Now I'm just like giving him like all of that hype. I'm giving him like all of that, because he believes in everything that I say, right? 100%. Why didn't I say you will make this work? You will make this work. Because I'm the one helping me with this. I'm just getting like closer to him. I'm getting him to believe it's like, yeah, bro. It's like, yeah, you're actually like the one that helps me with this. Like every small bit helps. 100%. It's funny because I just started posting. I hired a content coach to help me get more views, reach, and felt it was the same idea. I've been hiring content coaches when I really should have been the guy who understands the fitness game. That's my offer owner. It's all good. No mistakes will happen. Just another learning experience. That's about it. And yeah, bro. If you look at my recent posts, I feel like I've been trying to emulate self video you guys post. Not really sure if I have the right idea on how to go about it though. And definitely, man, I'm 100% positive that I will get this up and running, helping people achieve their goals and scaling past the K. I really do appreciate you reaching out and being this encouraging, also taking the time to actually try and help. He literally thanked me that I'm helping. I'm not the offer owner. I'm just a setter who has the skills to be able to even help him. It's like you can see that I would probably make some money if I would be a fitness coach, because first of all, I'm fucking jacked. I'm gonna go into this right now, but I have the knowledge, most importantly. Yeah, I can see that you've been putting in the work. Yeah, let me just show you the answers and then I'll explain. You can see that you've been putting in the work. Honestly, I would say that the stories that you post have a bigger chance of attracting clients than your reels. Someone's just like more pointing into stories because it just looked nature. There's no editing. He just like pick up the camera and he started recording. I still feel like there's something more better. It isn't going to attract a lot of clients. There's a huge difference between the type of videos I'm making and the type of videos you're making. So I gave him like two options. Well, no, it isn't like two options. I gave him two sides. One of them is better. That's like the offer owner. Second option is him, who makes like $200 per month. My offer owner, he was making like 60k per month at that time. Now he's making like, he made 90k in the last 30 days. Right? I kind of helped with this. I'm confident with that. But my offer owner was making like 60k per month at the time, and he's making $200 per month. So I basically just like show him the way how a person who's making this amount of money, 60k per month, is doing this. But like I also show him the way how he's doing this, just to make him aware. So you see like both sides right now. And let me show you what he's gonna like respond after that. I absolutely agree, but it also depends when you want to hit that 10k month. I'll be real with you, you should already be there with the number of followers you have. I'm kind of just like repeating. But it could take you another year. Yeah, this is like the main point. But it could take you another year to get there if you're working with a mentor who isn't really helping you make money from your content at all. And I just digged into his mentor again because I have to get this down. I have to get him believe that he needs like another mentor. I feel like that too. It's because with the stories I've just been getting on the camera with an idea and then repeating my thoughts, but actually trying to connect in the moment. Yeah, just like looks more nature. That's exactly what we like teach with reels, and also like we also like gonna teach him to make better stories. But of course it isn't perfect, like we know how to do it better. But it wasn't as bad. The reels were much worse. I definitely feel like I'm getting better because more and more people are telling me that they are relating to what I'm posting. And Jake, trust me, brother, you don't have to convince me that working with you is the right decision. I just feel like it's a bad example to start for myself to bounce from one coach to another just because I haven't gotten results yet when I have 2 months left with him. Does that make sense? It doesn't. And look what I'm gonna do. It doesn't make sense. This is exactly why I asked all of this. I wanted him to say this. It's funny how I always ask a question and the person, even from the last video that I posted, the person always responds what I exactly wanted. So this is exactly what I wanted. I don't give a shit about this. This is exactly what I wanted. The third message, and guess what I'm gonna focus on, where I'm gonna just like continue the convo. The third message, because that's what I fucking care about. Like, look, bro, I responded just only to this, only to the last third question. I completely understand. I know exactly where you get better. But it's like, what is it saying? It's like I've been in your position, and it's true. But here's the thing: I worked with multiple different coaches before I got any results, and the best coaches in space have multiple mentors. It's like even athletes. Who's gonna be a better athlete? The one who has one coach, or the one who has 3 coaches? Well, it depends on the quality, but most of the time, it's gonna be the one who's gonna have 3 coaches. The same goes with business. The same goes with like hiring mentors for a business owner. If you're a business owner, you hire 3 mentors, you're gonna be better than the one who has 1 mentor. You see 3 perspectives. You basically get like knowledge from 3 different types of people. You just like get 3 different people to tell you how we should do this, and you can see what you agree with more. You just have more perspectives. That's the main thing. Especially when they don't see good return from someone they've been working with. There's just something that I make personally specifically for him. What do you look up to in this space? Out of all of the on-fitness coaches, business owners, I'm gonna spend shortly just getting cut right now. I saw this. Listen. I saw this message. I just left it on scene. Why is that? It's a small detail, but I just wanted to see what he's gonna do. If he actually sees this convo as something serious, or he's just not gonna get back to me. Just wanted to see where his head is. Do I have to follow up on my own, or are you gonna do it? He did it. So I was like, this guy's gonna buy, bro. He followed up on his own. Cool. So honestly, bro, I never really thought about that question up until this point that you just asked me. That's very good. But if I'm going to be truly honest, I would say for a long time it was nobody, because I never really related to the big names in the game. Like the first person that comes to my mind honestly is like somebody like Brian Mark, right? Like he's made a really good brand. He's built up a lot of followers. Obviously, he's a great business coach and he's very confident that he knows what he's doing, right? But for me, I would never see myself hiring someone like him to help me out with the business, because I don't feel like connection with that guy. This guy definitely knows what he's doing, but I don't feel a connection with him in terms of just, I feel like what I'm trying to say. He didn't even finish the sentence, but that's all good. I know what he's trying to say. Just like he doesn't feel a connection with Brian Mark. That's completely alright. He feels a connection with us. He's gonna say this. And also we are gonna help him make content that's gonna make people have a connection with him, the same as he has with us. That's what he helped with. It's crazy that we sell people on exactly what we are gonna help him with. And up until I found Denzel's page, and then shortly after I found your page, I would say it was probably nobody. It was probably nobody. So you're just saying that it is us, like, you know. I look up to in the space. I would say it was probably nobody that I really look up to in the space, because I just feel like most fitness creators in general kind of just do the same things, and they post the same things, talk about the same things, and everything's kind of just like pretty much the same. So seeing like a page like yours and seeing like a page like Denzel's, it's really not so much about the fitness aspect. It's more so about, you know, what that has done to your life. You know, showing the transformation of before you guys got in shape to after, and how that changed your life completely. And then there's like just like a way more of a connection. And I've never met either of you, but it's really what I like about the content. It's why I want to make similar content. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's exactly what he's saying. We can sell him on that. He wants to make similar content, and he can see that this content attracted him. He knows it works. There's just like a little proof. It's not a little proof, like you can actually see it against him. I'm glad to hear that, and that's exactly the goal with my content. Everyone who reaches out, they want to work with me, literally knows so much about me. My close rate is 90% just because of this and this guy right there. No, I'm kidding. And that's why I think working with a mentor who doesn't understand that you need to connect with your audience is a problem for you. And honestly, wanting to spend another 2 months waiting for the program to end doesn't make sense, because you could be making so much money during that time with the right guidance. What I was trying to say earlier is that anyone who's successful, not just in the fitness space, has worked with multiple different coaches before getting the results they wanted. And this mindset of I'll stay for another 2 months until the program ends because I want to play it fair is only holding me back. And the reason why I said this is because that's true. This is literally what he's subconsciously saying by this. He's literally just like saying that he wants to wait till the program ends just to fucking play it fair. It's like, it sounds like that, right? Hold on, let me read this message when I'm gonna fucking open the door. Alright boys, my dad is always knocking on my fucking doors. Anyways. Alright, so he just said, yeah, I'm kinda in a rush, but he basically said, can we get on a call to discuss more about the program? Forgive my skepticism, bro. I'm a guy who really believes in myself, and I'm always willing to invest in myself. But I feel like both mentors I've had already just haven't been the best in terms of actual help that I receive, if that makes sense. When I first started social media, I hired a content coach, but in terms of what I could help with, they never match up with the investment. Same thing with this guy I'm working with now, and I'm not the one to knock anyone's prices, but I also understand what's worth the investment or not. I'm gonna work as hard as I can in the program, but just feeling like that about the mentor is the reason why I've been skeptical. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so we can see that there isn't really any question. I just felt like it wasn't so necessary. He's gonna respond either way, first of all. And I just needed to give him like the guidance. I just needed to give him like that big bro talk and actually make him aware of like what this is all about. Because like this mindset of I'll stay for another 2 months until the program ends, it's just like being a bitch. It's just like, hey bro, it's like you're not really like making decisions as the thing came on version of you. I could also ask him like, do you think that the thing came on version of like you would actually like make a decision like this? Would actually like make to? Do you think like the 10 came on version of yourself would actually like want to stay in the program for 2 months even though you didn't get results, and just like miss out on a program that you know is gonna get you more results? It would be like, well, like no, like that's, you're right, bro. And then we would just continue the conversation. So you ask if you can get on a call. I definitely just like didn't rush to get on a call. But I respect that, because you have a reason to be skeptical. You didn't get the result you wanted. It's simple as that. You just made a mistake getting into a program that isn't specifically targeting or helping online fitness coaches. The competition in this day and age is getting bigger and bigger, and you cannot afford to work with someone outside of your niche, because anyone at a complete zero would start to work with me who's primarily just helping online fitness coaches. It's like, I mean, like, my offer is helping online fitness coaches only. And when someone who wants to become an online fitness coach would get help from my offer owner, he would probably outcompete this guy, because he would get like better help. He would get some better guidance, more personalized, and all that stuff. So anyone who's gonna start working with my offer owner is gonna outcompete him. So he has to just like join the wave, if you know what I mean. It feels good when you know how to get into someone's head and how to actually like play with someone's feelings and actually like know what you're doing when you say each thing. This is not even a sales process. I just like literally know how humans think, and like I know about human emotions. If you feel like this is something that could help you out, I'm willing to jump on a call and talk more about how I could help you to scale to that first 10K month. The reason why I said is no sales pressure at all. He's a salesperson, he knows that, bro. It's like, you know, I still wanted to wait before I'm gonna pitch the call, because he's a salesperson at the end of the day. So I knew the answer again. Definitely want to jump on a call, bro. That was my mistake. I didn't respond for a couple of minutes. Then he has to like follow up a little bit. So that's bought in, bro. When do you have time? I have a couple of free spots on my calendar for tomorrow, brother. You want me to send over the link so you can book in? Yeah. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see this like behind my webcam. Well, let me read this. It's like, once you book, you'll also receive a video going over how others in a similar position like you and how it looks like to work with me. Let me know once you watch it. It's a super important post-booking video. I needed him to watch this. Book and watch the video. Thanks, bro. Quick question, when will I be speaking to you? So he asked if there is a closer. I don't give a shit if there would be a closer. I would still just like go against this. Then I just like continue the convo for a little longer. I like to do this just because I literally don't give a fuck. Close the book, they just like pre-close him even more because he's just like feeling that connection between me and like him. I mean, between the offer owner and him. But it's like, you know, when I'm in the DMs, I'm naturally just like the offer owner. So I just spoke to him a little bit. What do you think about the video? I definitely one of the friends think I found out. Yeah, so I just like mentioned something from the content. He said that he saw it, definitely super nurtured. I delivered pizza too for a good 2 years. He resonates with him, and the video was good, very straight to the point, very honest. Alright, what comes after this is like some personal stuff that he was speaking about with my offer owner. Like, where do they live, and etc, etc. I don't need to mention this, I need to show this, so it's everything for me today. 7.5k PIF, and it's like no objections at all. He wasn't like the hardest lead at all, but I also think I did a really good job. I definitely didn't fail in like anything, pretty much. And I held the authority. I made him aware of the pain. I completely switched his beliefs and make him join the program and get help at the end of the day. And he's gonna get that result. It's like, I know that.